Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. My name is Aminur Hazim bin Muhammad Nazri and I'm from group Young Creators. Today I'm representative of my group to present to you about our product which is Wecare. So my group members is Ikmal, Ismail, Shazwan, Abu Bakar, Aiman, Ashraf and lastly it's me. So the problem segment that we have, first, the less fortunate are unable to purchase a car. Next, some people do not know where to donate their wealth for a good cause. And lastly, wastage of food that can still be eaten. So who it is for? The product that we have proposed is in an application form which can be downloaded inside a mobile phone. The target users who will be using the application are the needy and the poor people who have access to a mobile phone. This app was designed primarily for the needy and the poor. The basic idea behind it is that we want to give them a chance to use a service similar with the ones being used by the average person. For example, GrabFood and GrabCar. But there is a slight twist where everything will be offered for free, of course, following certain terms and conditions. So what is the solution? The solution can be divided into two categories. First is free riders. So we provide a taxi-like service which will aim to help the poor who do not have access to a car and cannot afford to pay for services such as Grab or My Car. So for the free car rides will be offered to the poor, which will cover a 10-kilometer radius. This can help people who have big families to go to places without having to worry about transportation modes. The 10-kilometer limit is set by us to make sure everybody gets a chance at using our service. So for the next solution is free food. We provide a food delivery service for the needy group that will be receiving food from a donor on the app which follows a first come, first serve. Free food can be promoted through the app where the needy can choose what they want as long as it is still available. The food that they had choose will be delivered to them by our riders. And why do people need it? For the needy who have big families to go to particular location safely. Next, to give the poor a platform to reach out for help in terms of transportation and food. And third, to make sure food that is still good is not wasted. And lastly, to provide food for the ones who are struggling to put food on the table. And what the evidence do we have? Malaysia produced 17 million kilograms of food waste from a total of 38 million kilograms of solid waste disposed of every day. This is a snip of an article taken from sinarharian.com. The founder of Smart Heritage, Dr. Raki Hassan, said that within the 70 million kilogram of leftover food, 3.4 million kilogram from that can be salvaged. So 2.2 million people are able to be fed with the 3.4 million kilograms of food. So we thought to ourselves, what better ways is there to help other than providing a platform for the poor as a solution to tackle the food wastage problem? What evidence do we have? We also have evidence from an authentic hadith reported by Bukhari and Muslim. The hadith mentioned that a person who strives to help the poor is similar to that of the ones who fight in the way of Allah. So the hadith suggests that the significance of helping the poor and the widows is so big that it equals the reward of fighting for the sake of Allah. This should be enough evidence for us to realize that helping the poor is actually a big deal as emphasized in the hadith and it should be one of our main goals in life. So with the being said, we came up with an idea which was the free ride features which is also included in our system. We believe that it will help the poor to in going about their daily lives even if it is for a little bit. So what our next step? First is improve the current prototype until it is fully functional. Second, find supporters to get funding from the government. Third, do a small-scale testing between users of the application. Fourth, fully implement the application once the time is right. And lastly, running ads inside of the application to get extra revenue. And that's all from my group. And I will deliberate. And thank you. And that's all. And that's all for my presentation. Thank you.